Welcome back to Christmas in July. Today, I thought it would be fun to go online and teach myself some of the bows that some others in our industry have created, so they're named after them. So I've never made any of them before. To my knowledge, I don't remember ever making any of them, and I certainly didn't remember if I did. So I got up this morning, hit YouTube, and the first thing we're going to make is the Damon bow. I made notes because he was building it top down in his hands, but I need to build it bottom up on our easy bow. So if you have an easy bow, this is a recipe you can follow. It is named the Damon bow after Damon Oates at Deco Exchange. So this was his video. I'm following those instructions. Let's get into it. What do you need? You're going to need your chenille stems. I have the extra long. You don't have to have the extra long, but that's what I have in red right now. You need your scissors. You need your easy bow. And you need 3 2.5 ribbons and 3 1.5 ribbons. I'm doing a Christmas theme. What you would do with this recipe is you would change it out for any holiday that you are making. So I think I'm going to start with this one on the very bottom. I tried to move down my table some so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right. He did a dovetail and he did 7-inch loops. So if you want to make it exactly like him, his loops were 7 inches, but I think I'm going to do 6.5-inch loops and tails. Just so you know. Just so you know. He did 7. So here you would do 7. I'm going to do 6.5. I'm going to give it a dovetail. Right? We've gone over this a lot of times, how to do that. So 6.5 for the tail. Twist and put that into my bow maker. And then 6.5 on this side. Pulling off enough ribbon to work with. 6.5. And 6.5 on this side. Push that down in there. And then I need a 6.5-inch tail. Okay. The next ribbon that I'm going to use is this Christmas tree ribbon. And it does have some black and white in it, so you could have even added in some black and white to this bow. Do I want to do that? I kind of do. We'll see. Let's get through this first. All right, 6.5. This is where he did 7. Six and a half. 6.5. 6.5-inch tail. I love adding black and white. I might switch out one of our 1.5-inch ribbons. Now, I'm going to use this guy. Oh, I had it right. I like it to come off a certain way. You'll learn your own little tips and tricks as you go through this process. So I'm going to dovetail. I like to get these little metal pieces up off of my board because if I don't, I go downstairs and I'm impaled a lot of days. All right, 6.5. 6.5. Alright. I'll go ahead and pin this one. This guy's acting crazy. And he said these are terry bow tails. That's what he called them. Terry bow tails. Alright. Let's go ahead and clean this guy up. Now we have to decide if we're gonna, when I saw the black and white, I kind of want to change that out. We have to make a decision here, folks. I'm gonna go grab it. I can see it on my table, and we'll just see what we think. Oh, there's one right here. I have one right here. It's not enough. Let's see if this one's enough. That's gonna be the deciding factor. I think it's enough. Be sad if it wasn't though, but I think that's a, so we might put that in there. All right. What Damon does for his bow with his 1.5 inch ribbons. 3 loops. Okay. So I would replace this one with this. These are my choices that I made. And we're going for it. So what he does is he stacks these on top of one another, like the ribbons. I have them stacked on top of each other literally because I can with this spool holder. So he stacks them like so, okay? I'm gonna give it a dovetail. All 3. I'm gonna do my 6.5. And where I normally pull out a ton of ribbon, I'm not going to because it's stacked, because that would just be chaotic. It's not gonna stay together and all that type of thing. So, 6.5. See, it's already kind of, for me, a little chaotic. All right, I'm just gonna keep it tight right here. And this will be 5-inch loops. 5-inch loops. And we're going to do this 3 times because that's what the recipe calls for. So this should be, there we go. I pulled out too much and now I have chaos like I said I would. Don't pull out that much, you guys. Keep it tight. All right, so that's 2. keep it stacked the way you had it. If you keep it tighter, it'll be easier. Right, so there's 2, and we need 1 more on both sides. Get all that mess over there. Make your ribbon do exactly what you're asking it to do. Just get in there and take charge of it, even if it's a mess. We need 1 more loop. And it says the tails for these loops is 6 inches. So it was a 5-inch loop for the 1.5-inch ribbons with a 6-inch tail. Now we're going to dovetail these. And then you take your stack, make sure you keep it intact. Now let me move all this out of your way. All right. I think this bow is going to be so full we don't need a ribbon in the center to cover. I really don't think. And he didn't do that. So now we're just going to start fluffing. I'm going to fluff from the back first, because I can change it as we go, but I just want to start getting these apart. Okay, so we have some of our back fluffed out, right? And he called those terry bow tails, is what he called them. And now we're going to go in here with all of this and just start pulling it apart. And we're going to see what we end up with. So I'm going to take my first 3, fluff those. I'll come around here. I'll take another 3 and fluff those. Pull some of those tails apart. Okay. Come back to the other side and I'm going to fluff another set. Now this is the first time I've made this, you guys. So bear with me. Now remember, he said to do 7 inches on the bottom, but I did 6.5. You do, if you want to be exactly, then you do you. Okay. She's taking shape. She's pretty, but it's one of those things where I think I need to make a couple before I say, oh my gosh, I did a great job, right? I think I did an okay job. Would I put this on a package? 1000%. But do I want to work on it and perfect it for myself? Yeah. I'm not 1,000% happy with what I did, but it's very good. I mean, it's a gorgeous bow. Look how good the bow is. It's layered. It's got those longer layers behind the shorter layers. But I can see why maybe I should have done 7-inch tails. I just usually don't like 7-inch tails. But it could be in the fluffing. It could be in the fluffing. This bow is absolutely stunning, by the way. This is a gorgeous bow, which, did we have any doubts? No. I love the tails coming out. I mean, this is a gorgeous bow. I mean, if you can only imagine this, I'm just even thinking, forget a wreath, like it's gorgeous on a wreath, but what about on someone's package? On your mother-in-law's Christmas package? She would love that. Your mom, your daughter, your granddaughter. Look how gorgeous. It's really, really pretty. What do you guys think? Here is where you can really see the layers. See how you have this and this? And now I'm kind of happy that I did the shorter on top. It's looking good. I think I just needed to fluff more. And then I was happy. This is stunning. We're going to be making more of these with different, hold on, I dropped my, and you definitely don't need that center ribbon that I normally do. You could do it, but you don't have to have it. What do you think? See this? Is that a better view? The Damon bow. See the back, front, side. What do you think? It would have looked completely different with this ribbon, and both are good because I had the black and white here all in this ribbon and around the tree. See, I wanted to pull in the, and look, black and white, and I don't care who you are, Harlequin looks amazing for Christmas. I don't care who you are or what your style is, you can pop in that Harlequin. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. Okay, let's clean up my ribbon and then we'll be gone. You don't have to stay for this part, but if you have any questions, now's the time to post those below. I will be checking on them today and answering them for you. Again, on the 1.5-inch ribbon, do not pull it out as far as I did. In that case, you want to keep it tight. After I clean up my ribbon, I'll give you the recipe again. Once you feel comfortable making bows, for those of you that keep telling me you're new, this is a great, gorgeous bow to make. Someone told me last night they're going to a craft show and they made my traditional bows for Christmas. You should make some of these. You should make some Damon bows, and I'll be honest with you, if you did your research and you're going to a really good show, you could sit there and make bows and people would buy them while you're sitting there making them. Now you need to interact with your customers, each and every one. However, if you had time to sit and make bows, that would be amazing too. If you had a little table set up. I did craft shows for years, you guys. I did it for my boss's product, not my own, but I did it on my own, and I did it for years, and I traveled to Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia Beach. I traveled and I did some serious craft shows. So make sure that you meet and greet with everyone. However, if you're sitting there making bows at your craft show, yes please. Look, she's gorgeous. I'm kind of addicted to this bow now. That's how it goes. I'm not sure what our next bow will be, but I will go out there and find a bow that we can make. I just need to make sure, like if it's on their YouTube channel for free, I don't mind teaching it to you guys either, but if it's something they charge people for, then I have a hard time. I don't think I can do that. But anyway, we'll see what we can come up with. You need 3 2.5-inch ribbons. This is what we used. We used the good old Christmas tree. We matched it up with this. It had sparkle in it. which is why we chose that glittered. This is a sparkly that has all the colors in it, and there are our 2.5 inch ribbons. So for our 1.5 inch ribbons, I came in with the sparkly because the glitter, because these are sparkly. This has a sparkled edge, so it's still all working together. I threw in the black and white because this is lined in black and white, and I chose this one, even though on camera it looks matte with a snow edge. Actually, all of the white stripes have iridescent glitter, so that's why it made the cut. Okay, so there were our ribbons. This is our Damon bow. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great week until I see you again. Bye, everyone.